Freezing bark scraped against my face as I balanced 2/3 of the way up an oak tree. Winter had made the branches brittle, and the rough wood cut into my bare feet. A gust lifted the branch beneath me. I dug my fingers into the trunk and pressed closer. I could hear them, the scratch tap of the beetles inside. This was an old tree. I could feel the energy swelling deep within its heart. Most of the younger trees had already pulled their magic, retreating deep underneath the sleeping earth. But the oak was holding on, fighting the bite of cold with its size and its deeper magic. Winter howled again. I saw the wave of trees bend to its will and shifted my weight just before the gust hit. The wind clawed at my tunic, trying to pull me down. It knew I didn't belong there. I gritted my teeth. Whoever said steady as an oak never had to find their food at the top of one. There, 4 branches up. My stomach let out a roar to answer the wind. It had been 2 days since I'd eaten. My body was growing sluggish. Time to move. I crouched, battling the sway of the tree. The branches were getting thinner. I reached for the next one, an awkward angle, and a sharp gust tore the wood from under my feet. I landed badly. My right arm smashed into the frozen ground with a sickening crunch. I was lucky I didn't have enough breath left to scream. There were hungrier things than me in this forest. Broken. Again. Nausea washed against my throat. I heard my mother's voice, scratching underneath the wind. "You're lucky that young bones heal quickly." I let my head fall back against the oak. Breaking things was easy. Mending them, that was the hard part. I reached for the cold seeping from the ground and willed it to be more. I pulled the magic to me. The tree resisted. It's always harder to take from living things. But I concentrated and pulled harder. A barrier broke, like dawn frost under a boot. I placed the scar on my left palm against the swelling of my right arm. Bind. I hissed air through my teeth. When I finally opened my eyes, the soil around me was black ash. A branch lay next to me, splintered and charcoal gray, the price for my arm. But the squirrel was there too. The hair on the back of my neck stood up. It had found me. It had been the scream. I didn't look back. I ran. The beast's clawed feet ripped at the ground behind me. I could smell it, the overpowering musk of raw animal and the sour lick of decay. I threw myself sideways into a hollow thicket. I scrambled through the thorns and ran for the cave, my home. I touched the twigs in the pit. Burn. The scar on my back pulsed with heat as the wood caught. It's the one scar I'd carve from my body if I could reach it. It kept me alive when I should have died, and I've paid for it every day since. The monster stood in the mouth of the cave, 4 overlong limbs, 6-inch claws, shadows pooling in its eyes. It watched me, drool sliding down enormous teeth. I just sighed. You know the rules. Last one home has to share. The monster lowered its head. It dragged its hind leg forward, dropping a hair caught in its claws. Share or die. I threw the squirrel skins to him and he snapped them out of the air. I approached him. He turned his head away, pressing his forehead into the wall. "Don't sulk," I whispered. I reached up and placed my hand on the back of his neck. The monster leaned in. The strong eat the weak. That was the rule Mother lived by. When she died, it should have eaten me. But instead, we played the game. His magic is old, darker, made of soil and decomposing things. Mine is unnatural and scarred. But we respect the balance. 2 monsters in the forest.